This is Kit Cabinet with the build and reveal of the KP Alpha Jet International in 1/72nd scale. Okay, now usually I do an inbox review first and then make the build. But I happen to have two of these KP Alpha Jets. The other one is this one. And I've already built this one, as you can see in the channel. So, without further ado, let's just have a look inside. Okay, here we have the sprues. The sprues of both boxings are identical. So, let's have a closer look. What we have here, let's try and get this into focus. You have some nice surface detailing, a recessed panel lining, which looks very good. And at first sight, everything looks just okay. Very good kit. But then, when you start building this thing, that this kit is actually, a bit of a short run kit. And like the sprue gates are very thick. The parts feel a bit clunky. And what I know now from the build is that the fit isn't actually the best. It takes a lot of sanding to fit. Generally the detail, especially on the smaller parts, is a bit soft as well. And some areas have also been simplified a bit, like for example the jet exhaust nozzles. You're just supposed to glue them straight onto the kit. It looks a bit clunky, so yeah, this kit needs a lot of those tweaks, but it looks okay, especially the surface detailing. I'm not entirely sure about the dimensions. I'm not an Alpha Jet expert, but yeah, building it, I would not recommend this kit for a beginner. The single transparency, again, it's the plastic is clear enough, but it's very thick as well. So there's a lot of distortion and a bit of lens effect there. And it's adequate. Also, this part you need to sand to fit. But yeah, it will do the job. And this is single transparency. You don't get like transparent landing lights, for example. Things like that. If you want open canopies, I have to either saw these with a razor saw or get an aftermarket item of some sort. Usually I build my kits with closed canopies anyway, so I'm good there. The decal sheet. Now, this seems like a nice decal sheet. They have nice options here. Of course, this one is different than from the kit that I already built. At first glance, they seem okay, but actually, they're ever so slightly out of register. The white backing of the roundels and the fin flashes here is actually not in register. I checked it with a magnifying glass here, and yeah, I can try. Now you can't really see it on camera, but well, you just have to trust me there. These decals are ever so slightly out of register, and I've seen this more often, sadly, with KP decals. For some things like serial numbers that don't really have a backing, it might be okay, but especially for roundels, it's you can see it a bit here with these Portuguese roundels, that these crosses are slightly out of register. The crosses lean a bit to the left side, and so yeah, it looks very impressive, very nice, but not really super sharp as it may seem, sadly. The instructions, there's also like this sheet for the stencils, for the technical stencils as well. Story in Czech, story in English. And the instructions are the same for every boxing, or at least the 2 boxings that I have myself. On the one hand, everything seems in order, but there are a couple of things that aren't really clear in these instructions, and that's a bit annoying. So, for example, you're supposed to add these fin streaks here, and then they talk here about the Canadian version, which is this one, the top aces one. And this version doesn't have these fin streaks that you're supposed to install here. It's not supposed to have these at all. Stuff like that. So you need a lot of reference material yourself to figure out which version you actually are going to make. Now you do get a couple of really nice versions though. A Thai version, a Portuguese version and a Belgian version. This one has a really nice splinter camo. This one has a gun pod. Looks really cool, but yeah, also the color callouts are very basic, like this blue gray and light gray and dark gray, but no FS or Humbrol colors or whatever. So you're just supposed to figure out which types of gray you're supposed to use. So there's that. But yeah, you got nice options if you know which colors to use, if your decals would be in register. So yeah. So in conclusion, I think this is a pretty tricky kit to get right, but this is certainly not the perfect kit, and I think it's very daunting for inexperienced or beginning modelers.